Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking briefly about presets and the importance of presets and working with presets, and at the end of it I'll give away some presets that people have been asking for in previous videos. So they will be DEXED and the PG8X. So very important. Okay, just a quick video today, but it is very important that you know your presets inside out. So whatever your favourite synth is, when you get a synth, or if you get a new synth, make sure you take your time to go through all the synths, go through every single sound on there, saving some of your favourite ones as you're going along. Because it's very important that you know your presets, because there's nothing worse than when you're trying to create a track and you have the sort of sound you want in your head, and you're unable to find that, and you're having to cycle through sound and cycle and cycle and cycle. You try and find a sound that you want. Now, I know there is a lot of stigma about using presets. Everyone thinks you should build your own and use your own, but that's a lot of nonsense. If you're not into sound design, then presets are obviously your best friend. Like I said, even the built-in packs that come with a lot of the synths out there are fantastic. And I'm going to give you a brief example of that, and a brief example of how you can use presets and how you can tweak presets to make them sound slightly different. Obviously, if everyone's using the same presets, everything will sound the same, but you can tweak presets with very, very little sound design knowledge whatsoever. So what I've got here, for example, I'm going to use an example of Spy today. So what I've got here is just a very, very quick example there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use presets just from the first bank. So we'll start with the bass line, and then we'll just load up the first bank, and then we'll have a listen to Flick Flu. Okay, so we're hearing that one. It sounds half decent, but you can hear there is some there's notes out of place there. There we can see, look. So what we've done there, we just turned off the little accent on the notes. We just play with the fiddle a little bit. What I'm also hearing as well is there's a sort of portamento pitch shifting in there, which is controlled here. So let's just turn that off. And there we go, so that sounds pretty good as a steady bass. So then we'll move on to the ARP sound. Load the first preset, and we'll just go straight to plucks. Here we go, so we'll start from the bottom and we'll work backwards. Again, that sounds pretty good. A little bit too loud, maybe a little bit too much delay, so we can take down some of that delay. Maybe a bit more reverb and a bit more colour on the reverb. Maybe let's close the filter a little bit more on that as well. There we go, the bass. Now let's move on to the pad. So again, bank, let's have a look at some pads. Okay, so I'm liking this pad, and now we can hear in this pad there's some sort of bit crusher going on. So what we're going to do, we're going to dial that down a bit, take that bit crusher off. So there we go, guys. There's a very, very quick example of tweaking presets. So I'm not talking about going straight in and loading up the preset and just leaving it. Tweaking presets, and as you're going along, you'll learn more and more what it does. So we can hear this here now. It's giving it like a bit crush effect. So if later on down the line we decide, you know, we want a real sort of gritty sound, we know straight away that if we use Inspire, we can use this. We can add some of this in, and this will give it a bit crush effect. And this will help you not only like deconstructing your presets, it will also help you learn a bit more about the synth and about the sounds and what it's capable of. So eventually, if you do decide to move into sound design, you'll know what knob does what, really. Again, so learning your presets, one way is obviously listening to tracks, is try to recreate tracks. So download a track from YouTube and obviously get the MIDI for it, and then try to recreate it. Try to get the sounds as close as you can to it, whether you're using the TAL or whether you're using Inspire or anything like that. Try to flick through your presets and find one that sounds similar to it, and then go from tweaking it. Obviously, I don't expect you to be able to go in straight away and build your own sounds, and I didn't do that when I first started making presets. It was very, very difficult, but learning the synths and learning what they can do and tweaking knobs here and there and deconstructing other presets that you've got will help you improve in sound design, and overall it will help, you know, your tracks sound better. So once you get bored of your presets, there is obviously other things you can do. For example, you can purchase additional sound banks and additional presets, and I'm going to take you through some sites and stuff now where we can grab some of those. But first of all, a very shameless plug. Obviously, I'm sure most of you are aware, I make sounds as well for Sylinth, Inspire, and stuff like that. So Sylinth here on Serum as well. So Sylinth here, you can go over and grab some of my sounds. So there's different banks I've got, and each bank obviously will have its own sort of YouTube video on my channel, which you can listen to some of the sounds and downloads. And a lot of the packs as well include the FL, like the FL templates and drums and whatever else is in the demos. I will include those as well, so you can grab those as well. Another great resource for synthwave sounds, maybe some of the unknown synths as well. For example, the TAL Uno LX will be the Patch Bay. I'll leave another link below. I've obviously plugged this website before. I do have a few sounds and stuff on there, but this is great for finding that, you know, unique sound. So Timecop, for example, has a sound bank on there as well. I think Michael Oakley has a new sound bank on there as well for Spire. And there is obviously an artist series where Patch Bay are looking to upload. Yeah, so Patch Bay are looking to upload more sounds and stuff made by synthwave producers. So it's always worth checking out. There is some freebies you can download from here as well. Again, it's always worth checking out. Another one that I would advise you to check out as well if you're looking to purchase sounds is Loopmasters. So not only do they do sounds, they also do samples as well, drums and stuff like that. And as you can see there's plenty of retro stuff you can look at here. Plenty of stuff for you to be having a look at. And again, even if you just download the demos of each one, you're going to manage to build yourself a pretty decent library of free stuff, sort of free demos. Speaking of free, if you want to download stuff for free, you know, if you don't want to pay for anything, or even if you're just starting out and you know you can't really afford to, the KVR is another great resource for stuff like this. You can download sounds and free synths from here. So I've just took, for example, Synth 1, and here you go with all the free banks that you can download totally free of charge in here. All you need to do is register. It's free to register, and again you can just click to download. So there's plenty of stuff on there that you can be doing as well. Obviously the last resource is obviously Google, where you can get everything from. Just by typing in, for example, DEXED free patches, you're able to download some free stuff to do with DEXED on there as well. So speaking of DEXED, what I'm going to be doing in the description below, I'm going to be giving away some of the sound banks that I have used on previous videos for DEXED. So I'll quickly show you how to load up DEXED. So once you have DEXED up and running, you simply hit Cart, and you right click, and this is what I'm going to be giving out, this is what's in the description, but you right click, open location, and then just drag this original Yamaha into it, and then this will allow you to obviously listen to the original Yamaha stuff. So the original DX7 bank is this one here, DX7 ROM 1, and there you go, you've got all the sounds there and that you can hook up. What I'm also going to be giving away in the description below as well, or pass it on for you. Obviously I didn't make these, I'm not even sure where I grabbed these sounds from, is the PG8. So a lot of you that download this obviously don't see any sounds. You're asking me where the sounds come from. So hit load, this will be in the downloads, just double click on that and then you'll have these sounds that I previously downloaded from somewhere. I'm not really sure where I've got them from. If anyone knows, recognises these sounds, you can leave that in the comments where they came from, but again, there's plenty of sounds for you to be listening to there. So that's about it, guys, for this video. I just wanted to briefly touch on the importance of learning your presets and you know, additional resources where you can grab some other presets as well. If there's anything, any websites or anything that you go to that I've missed out that you think might be valuable for other people to know about, leave it in the description below and I'll certainly check it out for you. But apart from that, guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching.